Welcome to Rock the Life, a podcast for fans by fans. I'm Katya.
I'm Amy.
And Amy, today we have one of our up and coming young musicians who so excited to interview him. His name is Preston French.
Yep.
He plays with Lex, who we have had on the show, and we've been following and loving Lex.
Oh my gosh.
So
They're
I think
so great together.
they are they're great together to watch. And if you want to see Preston's Instagram, I suggest you follow him at Preston French Music.
Yeah. You guys, you're really going to love this. Make sure that you like and subscribe and follow along. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming up for you. But here's Preston.
Hi, Preston. Welcome to Rock the Life. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Great.
It's cold.
And first we have to start. Where are we connecting with you from? Where are you located right now?
Right now, I'm at home here in Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
I'm in Seattle. I'm in Oregon.
Oh, really?
And
All
Amy,
right.
I'm in California. So for the first time, we have a whole West Coast thing going on.
I do. I love it so much. I five for
All
the
right.
win.
All West Coast. It's the best. It's the best.
That's excellent.
Love the West Coast.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so, and for
First.
people, for like
This is
just
the
kind of
first,
like
yeah.
in context as we're recording, it's been like this week for the West Coast has been like record storms, like snowstorms and rain. And I'm visiting California and I'm like, what is this? I come here for the sunshine.
I
So
know.
this has been.
It's
We leave
crazy.
for
It's crazy.
Vegas. We leave for Vegas and it's like supposed to be 37 degrees on Friday night.
I don't
Wow.
even know what to do with that.
I've never even heard of it getting that low.
I know.
Vegas.
I was like, that's like snow. Oh my goodness.
Man.
Okay. So we were just chit-chatting a bit. And Preston, we got to know you through Lex, and you were in Lex's band. So tell us a bit about how you met Lex and how you got connected.
All right. So this had to have been back in April of 2024.
Yeah.
I was actually speaking to my parents at the time. I was just about to graduate high school, and my current band at the time was disbanding. I had a couple guys that were going to college, and we were only a 3-piece band. So when you have two guys leaving,
Yeah, that's rough.
that's the end of the road. But it just so happened to be that later that night, I was just scrolling on Instagram, came across an ad, and it was Lex's, and it was for while we're still young.
Yes.
And thought the video was great, and I thought the song was great. He looked to be about my age, maybe a little younger, and so I just reached out to him, not thinking anything of it. Just said, "Hey, I'm so and so. I live here. Love your stuff. You're a killer guitar player. I'm a guitar player too. If you ever need one, let me know." And kind of, as my little kind of name drop who my dad was a little bit, just to see if maybe that would push over the line. And I guess it probably did help.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really how
it's
it
a little bit more real, a little bit more serious.
Right. I mean, because it's, when a teenager reaches out to you, says they play guitar, that can mean many different things as far as, is this a hobby or is this, a career path? It really depends. But that's how it worked out. And I didn't think anything of it. And the next day he got right back to me, sent a long message.
Wonderful.
And just happened to be looking for a band. He had been the solo artist that was playing, local gigs with some different people, and it was time to settle in for a real band. And
So how did that work did you guys like connect via video and play with each other and sing, or how'd you actually connect to know that you guys were going to work out well together?
Well, I think that they looked at my Instagram, and at my Instagram, I had a bunch of, things of me playing live from the past, and just videos of me playing. And I think, and they were like, okay, this guy's probably good enough to fill the slot for what we need him for. And then we just kind of started doing what we're doing right now, just video calls here and there, getting to know. They had like some little kind of an interview for me to see if I was the right guy. And from there, we spent the next month or so just, once or twice a week, me and Lex talking for hours on end, just about music, our
that's awesome.
past, what we love to do. And eventually, like a month later, he flew up here to Seattle to come spend a weekend with me and really get to play in person. And that was a really, really cool experience. And just kind of hit it off right from there. And one thing led to another, and here we are.
Okay, what's the first song you guys played together?
First song we played together. It had to have been While We're Still Young.
Oh, okay.
Because I had been quietly learning all of his stuff, so that by the time that he got up, I knew his entire catalog.
That is incredible.
At that point in time, right.
It was a point in time. It was really cool though, especially as soon as you feel like things are kind of nosediving, with your previous band, just because people are leaving. It's like one thing just popped up right there and stuck with it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And where
you guys go?
No, we are. Well, if you heard the Lex interview we did a year ago, Amy came to me gushing about the music, and like, you have to see this, you have to listen to it. And we were hooked. Like, we became huge fans. So so we've been listening to the music, and you guys work so well together. So I also have to ask, what was the first gig you played in front of a live audience with him? When was that? Was that over a year ago already?
Oh yeah, that was honestly, it's funny how quick things happen, because from that first message that I reached out to him on Instagram, that was, very end of April, and in July was our first show. So it was in Marietta, Ohio. We're all from different places in the band. Lex is based out of Columbus. I'm here in Seattle. Ange and Jackson are out in LA. So it was really kind of an interesting experience that isn't probably how a lot of bands form. Certainly not how my previous ones formed, but I flew out there to Ohio probably about 2 days before the show, and never had ever met Angie, never had met Jackson, had only met Lex in person once, and then met all the guys, just started talking, and had a couple rehearsals, drove down, did the show, which we didn't actually get to finish the show because of it was an outdoor show at like a kind of a block party type thing.
And on a blacktop with a tent, right?
Yeah, it was something like, it was like that. And then it started to pour, and the thunder started to roll in. You can't, because of the electricity, you don't want to be playing when there's a storm coming like that. So,
especially your first show, we don't want to get electrocuted when we just start out. So that's
not a good omen. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was supposed to be about a 30-minute set. It ended up being about 20.
Okay.
But luckily, we actually had another show that was already booked at the time 2 weeks later, and it was supposed to be a lot nicer. So, right back in the game 2 weeks later, and we played a full show, which was really cool.
And then
awesome.
Since then, you guys have done video shoots, multiple video shoots. Are you in on the songwriting sessions now at this point, or did it? Because I know Lex has a team.
He does have a team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as far as the songwriting goes, I got my first real chance to do it with Lex in August of last year, I believe it was. 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
2 years.
And that was we went up to Nashville to record the demos, the next batch of demos in Nashville with Tuck, our producer. And those songs that we ended up finishing and recording were So Damn Hot, and another one that has yet to come out.
Okay.
But yeah, and that was my first real time getting to do that with him. So, and it wasn't, my input wasn't a whole lot, because I really just wanted to watch them. I wanted to do what they did. And so I laid down a couple guitar solos that, are the ones that ended up being on the final recording. But yeah, and just it was more so just brainstorming for me. It was just great to have that. And I hadn't had that opportunity in a while. My previous band was an original band. We released a record and a few singles, and those were completely original. I had about a third of the say as far as writing goes, and that
What
was
was the name of your original band?
It's called Take Two.
Okay.
Take Two. Yeah, there's a 3-piece band out here in Snoqualmie, and that was from the time I was 13 till 18. That was my
Wow. Okay.
recorded our first record. We were all about 13, 14 years old, so that was
That's awesome.
That's fun. Oh my god.
And for what type of music was that band?
Pretty much, it was very similar to Lex's.
Okay.
Towards the end, it kind of went towards more the pop punk type of genre versus pop rock.
Mm-hmm.
It was a cool dynamic because we were, the records were very kind of tamed, very poppy and stuff. But when you came to see us live, we were very loud, roaring guitars, and
I love it.
we made a lot of noise for 3 people. But it definitely was a harder rock show than what it sounded like. So
that is so. When the 4 of you got together for this band, what musical connections do you guys all have in common?
Ooh, let's see here. Well, for me and Lex, I mean, it started with Kiss. It started with bands like Kiss. It started with Cheap Trick, Def Leppard. Grew up, listening to the same general things.
Because you have cool parents. Everyone has cool parents. That's what it comes down to.
We gotta get
or great siblings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We gotta let him tell everybody in a little bit what's going on there for people who don't know. But keep going. We'll get there.
Well, yeah. So it was definitely Kiss was the big starter for us because me and Lex were huge Ace Frehley fans growing up. Very inspirational as far as guitar playing goes, composition. And just classic rock stuff from the 70s and the 80s. But it's also, the cool part about it is our differences in styles of music. We have the same general basis, especially for what we want to do. But Lex is very he likes Springsteen, he likes Springfield, he likes those kinds of 80s artists, and during that same time period, I like kind of the more harder stuff. I like the Scorpions. I like Ozzy Osbourne. People like those. Those are kind of my go-tos as far as playing goes. Not so much writing. I can't really write that stuff. I'm very much more of a writer of the poppy stuff, but playing
of your time, yeah,
those stuff.
So cool. That is so.
Jackson can do anything. Our drummer, I mean, and same with Angie. They're very much into everything from metal to pop to everything. They're really good at performing any kind of music, I would say.
Okay. So that is okay. So how did you get into guitar? When did you first pick it up? If you're already playing in bands at 13, it was like grip with it in your hand.
Yeah. Well, the first thing was I was never forced to play an instrument. I was always around them, but I was never forced to. I was very curious though. From a young age, having some of the experiences I had, going out with my dad on tour and stuff, kind of just piqued my interest. But I didn't really, I was so young from the time I started doing it. I think my first show I was like 6 months old. I didn't really understand how different that was than what normal.
How special that is. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was curious because but about the time I was 8 years old, my dad had bought me like a little toy guitar if I ever wanted to, just to have it, and picked it up, just started playing some random notes. Thankfully there's no recording of that, but that's where it
was so cute.
Yeah. And then I started just learning some basic rock songs. I started learning Kiss songs. Firehouse was the first song I ever learned off the first Kiss record.
Awesome.
And man, it just really took off from there. And didn't start playing in bands until I was about 12. I was lucky enough to, I was so deeply into it. And when I get invested in something, I really get invested into it. So for guitar, I grew my skills pretty quickly for an 8-year-old from the time I was 8 to 10. Unfortunately, there wasn't anybody I could play with. I didn't really have anybody to play with. I had my dad, but he was also gone half the year. So it's pretty much on my own. But that's kind of, those are where my roots are as far as starting to get playing.
That is, and with your band in Washington, did you guys play clubs or what were you playing at like 13, 14?
Well, my first band was a cover band. I was 12. It was very interesting. I held auditions, pretty much myself. And so I started doing that. I did that band for a couple years until I was about 14. I was kind of doing both when I was 13. This current band, we started playing at local pubs, restaurants, small clubs around here. And then it kind of got to like we were playing the block parties. We played our high school, and eventually got to open up for my dad a few times when they would come to Seattle. So we opened up for Everclear. I think the first time is my first big show I ever played. And it was us, and then right after us was Wheatus, which is a very great band. They have, I'm a huge fan of the song Teenage Dirtbag and that whole record.
Yes.
So they went on after us, and then my dad went on after them. So that was a pretty surreal moment. I was about 16 at the time.
I was going to ask, and how many people were there?
Well, it was a smaller Seattle club. It's a very famous one. It's where all the Seattle bands got their starts, from Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Nirvana. At the time we went on, we were the first band. There were about 800 of us there. So the place hadn't really filled out yet, but going from the biggest show you've ever played to being like 75 to 800 was pretty different.
In a proper big club. So did your like mom, or did you have an older sibling who took you to all the pubs and shows when you were little? Your mom and dad?
I mean, I was with my parents, and I was probably the youngest person in there by far. I was the only one. A lot of the times with 21 plus clubs and stuff, I couldn't get in without, if my dad was playing, then, I could get in. But people were very strict back then. It was very different, very different growing up around a lot of adults like that in a industry as such.
So, oh my goodness. Okay. So you have been going to watching. So at 6 months old, was your first show like an Everclear show with your dad?
Yes, it was in Houston, Texas. I was 6 months old. That was my first show. My dad's been playing. He's been in the band since 03, or 03, 04. But he was always, out there playing from the time I was very little. 2 weeks after I was born, he actually had to leave my mom at home to go open up a show with Metallica and the Rolling Stones.
Like, how do you say no to that? You don't. Right. Sorry, Preston.
I feel like when you are like a wife and a mom, and that's what your husband does, that's expected. I'm like,
yeah, that is so cool.
Yeah.
She's very gracious, and she understood. She's very understanding. She knew that was something that couldn't be passed up, and had I had the knowledge of what that really meant, I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
I was just
so do you see the band on tour? Did you go on tour with them as a kid, or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went on tour with Everclear for years, from the time I was probably about 4 or 5 years old all the way up till I was about 10 or 11, till I started getting tall enough to where having me and the family tour around the bus started to become a little crowded.
Too crowded.
Yeah. But it was really cool. We go out there for like a week in the summer, and we just go from place to place to place, different city every night, to sleep on the bus and the bunks and stuff. It was a very, very special experience that I didn't realize at the time how special it was. But
did you enjoy it as a kid going around on tour?
I loved it. I loved it because it was just, I loved music. I loved to watch them play. I love to see how people reacted to them, especially certain songs that would
like Santa Monica, everything would explode.
Yeah, or like songs like Wonderful. You look at the first 3 rows and people start crying, and when you're like 9 or 10, you don't understand why people are crying as your dad and his band is playing. But I always thought it was super cool. I just thought it was a lot of fun. I think for me, I kind of felt like I was in a movie sometimes, because you're being paraded backstage and stuff. But it was a super cool experience that I'll never forget.
Well, when you would watch your dad play, where would you watch? Would you want to go more to the like pit where the cameras are, to the side stage?
Well, when I was young, and they were playing a lot of 21 plus places, I was side stage.
Or in the rafters, yeah.
Yeah, it was, or in the rafters. It was very,
Yeah.
it was pretty distant. Sometimes you get the opportunity to go in the first 3 rows or back where they're running sound and stuff. But
Yep.
now I'm more so in the crowd and stuff.
Okay.
So
It's just the best place. Yeah.
it's the best place to be, So, but yeah, that's where I was back then. I was just a little guy. So
did you have the headphones, like the little kid headphones at the concerts?
Nope. No.
Yeah.
Barely ever wore earplugs either. I mean,
I know I still don't. I need to.
I was really into it. And I loved how loud it was. I got a real kick out of it for whatever reason, but I guess that's what,
this is what happens and you start becoming when you're, yeah.
Yeah.
So your dad's excited. I bet your dad's excited for you. Like, I bet he loves
He is excited.
you.
Yeah, he's certainly my greatest inspiration for sure.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. Okay, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Ian.
Oops, sorry. So because you had these other experiences when you were younger, did you expect that when you first started going to your own rock shows? Because that was your normal. It was your normal to be able to walk, kind of backstage wherever you wanted, side stage. Did you have an understanding, or was it a shock to you when you're like, oh, I have to stay out here? Like, did that ever happen?
Yeah, I actually, I think the funniest story was, obviously at the time I was 16, I knew what was going on, but I was actually kicked out of a show I was playing. So
kid.
My second show with Everclear, playing or opening up for him, I was 17, and I was just got done with sound check. People are starting to come in and stuff. And one of the security guys called me over and he pushed me outside. He took me backstage. I was backstage and he basically kicked me out the door. And he was like, because, he asked me to, I think, probably see my ID and saw that I wasn't 21. But we figured it out. They brought me back in. But yeah, I've to the point of being kicked out of old shows that I'm playing. Yeah. So it's been frustrating.
I was probably mortified.
He's like, oh.
Yeah.
So Preston, we always ask people about like a moment that they had meeting someone as yourself as the fan. So this is going to be more interesting with you because you grew up around so many musicians. But was there ever a musician that you met that you were really in awe of?
Absolutely. The first ones was Kiss. That was the first band that I was really starstruck by. I was about 9 years old, and we had some sort of VIP package through Art and Everclear, and got to meet them. It's very brief, but it was just incredible because I was about 9 years old, and they're like 7.5 feet tall with those heels on, so you're like looking straight up at them, and they're just larger than life. But as of more recently, I would say Nuno Betancourt, who I've met a couple times. That was the second time I met him. The first time was earlier this year, and it was at the Boardwalk Rock Fest somewhere in Maryland, and Extreme was opening up for Everclear, and both me and my dad. We were both starstruck and got to talk to Nuno, and because he's just incredible. We love him so much.
He seems really down to earth and super nice and so smart. And the fact that he's a pretty good guitar player,
I mean, the things he can do. I mean, he's a great guitar player, but as one, I can say that there have been times where people like him will make you want to quit because they're so good. And you're like, oh,
you can't do that.
Yeah, but he's great. Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So there have been definitely times where I've been starstruck. I mean, that certainly doesn't go away, as far as people you meet, but when someone's really affected you in a positive light like that, you're going to feel things that are a little bit different.
Uh-huh.
Well, and then to turn it around, I remember Lex telling us that you all had some fans that drove hours to see you.
We
Tell
have,
us about your fans that are coming to your shows now.
well, so far the fans that we've had have been amazing. I can't thank them for enough for as much as they do listen to us, because we have some, fans like the ones that drove out that are really diehard Lex fans. They love the music. They listen to every song. They watch every video. They reach out to us to where we're going next. It's been a really cool experience. It's really nice to see your music affecting people positively and just being super invested into it. I think it means the world to me. I know it means the world to Lex and the band, and just looking forward to getting back out there and seeing them all again.
So when you were playing shows, do you go out to see some of the fans after the shows or before the shows?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, because we're always back there, I remember we've done signings and stuff where, we'll take pictures and, do autographs and things, but we get some time to talk to our fans and stuff. And I like to take input and stuff from, what they like, what they don't like. But yeah, we certainly make an effort to talk to our fans that come out.
Okay, good. Yeah, that would be.
Have you,
as Amy
have
and
you
I are
had the
fans, yeah.
Yeah, right. Have you had the experience of like, okay, it's gonna happen if it hasn't already, where like you and Lex and the band like get rushed and chased by girls?
That one has not happened yet, although I
Just
very
give
much.
it time. Katya and I were talking, and it's like the two of you together really remind us of John and Richie, and we're just like, yeah, that's gonna happen.
And we might have changed John and Richie.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We have a lot of fun on stage, but no, we have not had an experience like that yet.
Okay, good. Okay,
I'm
good.
pretty sure it still happens. Watching Youngblood, that still happens, I'm sure. So.
Oh, that's true.
It happens.
That's true.
It happens for sure. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But
all right,
no,
so you'll
not
have
yet.
to let us know when it does.
Absolutely.
When you have to turn and run because it's so crazy, that's when you get to send me the message and say, okay, we did it.
It happened. Well, and also, so Preston, tell us about NAMM this year.
That was a super cool experience.
What did you do?
Pretty, I mean, I didn't realize how massive it was until I got there. My dad has done it before. Pretty overwhelming as far as, I mean, there's a ton of people. There's things going on in every direction you look. And the people that were there are just, I saw every guitar player that I've ever seen who's been an influence on social media, things I picked up from or everything from, I mean, I got to see them all. I got to see them all, for like Ben Cody and stuff. And it was just very cool to get the chance to not just watch them play or, demo new gear, but to talk to them. And stuff.
I had a quick question.
What were we just saying? Go ahead, Amy.
We were talking about NAMM, and okay, so we just spoke with this week's episode, which I've had a little technical glitch with, but this week's episode, we talked to Devin Cool, who's putting on the Mr. Scary mini tour, and Ben Cody's a part of that. And I'm like, I want to talk to that guy. He is a phenomenal guitar player.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
Cow.
Yeah. I mean, watching him in person is just, it's surreal. He's just, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I'm in awe just watching him, you know, especially when you're like 10 feet away from him. It's a super cool experience. Very nice guy. I feel like
he's going to be one that as years go by, people will look to Nuno-esque or whatever, however you say that, because I'm kind of like, wow.
Nuno-esque is a good one, Amy. Nuno-esque works.
Nuno-esque. It's a new word. We like it.
I can certainly see it. Absolutely. He's great. I've been following him for years. So, I mean, yeah, and I've always been in awe with him.
That's
Meeting him
awesome.
was just super, super cool.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
But we didn't play shows there, but we had some shows nearby.
Oh, go ahead. Ooh, where?
So, well, we had one in Hollywood. I believe it was the following night afterwards, and that was at the Hotel Cafe. So that was really a cool place to play, and we got to see our management came out and stuff. It was their first time really watching us play live. So very nice for them to see us and, you know, have them talk about, you know, what we did well and stuff, and, you know, just the opportunity for them to come see us and see what we're all about, because they really hadn't had that opportunity yet.
Did it make you nervous?
No, I wasn't really nervous. Good. But they were very happy. They were very pleased with our performance and stuff, and yeah, so that was just very awesome to have finally.
That is okay. So also tell us about what's going on with the Warped Tour. What are you trying to do?
So with that, I don't have a whole lot of information about it, but I do know that it looks like Ernie Ball is holding a competition for bands, and I'm assuming the winner will get to be a part of it, and we'll get to play at Warped Tour. And I think that, you know, for us, just like every other band that's entered, we're just trying to do everything we can to make sure that we're the ones that get selected and win people's vote. So if anybody's watching, go vote for Lex Bauman to help us.
How long does the voting run? Do you know?
I'm not sure. Okay,
we'll try to look
I can find out, but
okay.
Yeah,
we'll push it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's something that we definitely want to do. We want to get out and play as much as we can, especially on stages like that. You know,
that would be wild. Have you been to the Warped Tour before?
I've not. No, I haven't. Okay. I've only been to a couple of music festivals previously, that especially ones that weren't involved with Everclear, but those kinds of environments are really crazy. They're I've lived it, I've experienced it, but to be able to play it would be something far different. So
that would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm excited to see what happens, but, you know, either way, it is what it is, and I know that we're going to keep playing. We're not going to stop. If anything, I mean, we're looking to speed up. So.
Yeah. Well, tell us what you have going on in the next few months. What's happening? Are you touring? Are you playing, creating music?
Right now we don't have any shows booked, but it looks like there's going to be some stuff in May. I know that coming up here, there's going to be some new songs coming out down the line. I'm not sure about as far as release dates and stuff, but we are working on stuff. And it's just a matter of time before certain things come out. When the summer gets closer, we will definitely have a much clearer view as to what we're going to be doing, because I know that we're going to be busy for sure.
I think so.
It's the busiest time of the year for musicians, so we want to make the most of it. And this is our first summer having like a full team of people supporting us to help us make sure we get shows and stuff, and that we're in places that we should be. So
that will be great. Well, I'm going to look for it. This summer's my favorite time as a fan too, because that just means amazing festivals, lots of concerts, and getting out there to see it.
Oh yeah.
There is. Did you just play the Shining Hotel? Did I just see that on your Instagram?
That was my dad. They held 2 small shows at the Shining Hotel, which is the Stanley Hotel
in Colorado.
Yes, in Estes Park, Colorado. That was a very, very cool experience. I'm a big horror movie fan, and I love The Shining, so to experience that in that kind of way was really cool.
I made a pilgrimage there once to go see the hotel, but did they have the show on the grounds or in the ballroom, in the creepy ballroom? Where did they do it?
The movie or the show?
No, the show. No, the band, the music.
Oh, they had a music hall. There's a music hall that's right next door to the actual hotel.
Okay.
And next in the row there. So,
all right.
Yeah, it was super. That was a really fun experience. Very different Everclear show than from anything I've ever done before. So, I wish I was the one that played it, but
Okay, I saw pictures of you there. I was like, oh, I went there once, like with a friend. We made a pilgrimage there because I love The Shining too, but still
yeah,
very disturbed.
it's
Um,
very
w-
hard to breathe up there. So shows. I remember my dad saying that you run out of breath fast up there.
yeah. Okay. I was going to ask you. I was actually going to run through our rapid fire questions next.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Unless Amy, do you have something else you want to ask?
No, I was just gonna
I've
say
been
they
doing
don't
all the
have to be
talking, so
rapid
sorry.
answers. No, you're fine. They don't have to be rapid answers, but they're
Mm-hmm.
just kind of fun little get to know me things. So
For sure. Let's do it.
Okay.
all right.
What songs are on heavy rotation in your playlist right now?
Ooh, right now, let's take a look here real quick. I would definitely say Extreme. Extreme. We got some Bee Gees, Black Sabbath, Alice in Chains. We got some Journey in there, but definitely I think the biggest band that I've been listening to more recently has been Alice in Chains. Growing up in Seattle, it's grunge is our thing here, but yeah, big Alice in Chains fan. So
that's funny because one of my questions was going to be, what is your favorite Seattle band?
Alice in Chains. Alice in Chains, for sure. Yeah. Awesome. I love Nirvana. Soundgarden is amazing. Pearl Jam's great. We have a lot of bands that came up here from the 90s that are just phenomenal. But I would say for me personally, Lane Staley and Alice in Chains are
and I was like going to see all those bands back in the 90s too. I loved got to live it, so very excited.
That's so
okay. Cool. What city would you look forward to playing with the band?
Ooh. US. I think New York would be really cool.
Okay.
We played Los Angeles now, so that was certainly up there for me. There's many places that I know we would wish we could play right now, but I would say I think New York City would be a really cool one. I've been there a long time, so.
Based on your Instagram or Facebook or wherever your followers are, do you have a big followers outside the US?
Our band?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that we do so much. I know that we do have some that are pretty spread out. I think if anything, it would be the UK. The UK has a pretty good grip on as far as listens for us. But right now it's very, very local as far as, US and stuff goes. But I know that, I think the UK would probably be maybe the first place that we tour outside the US if we got
that
to that.
Would be great. Well, let me also tell you.
Okay, so
Germany has crazy rock fans. Like you go to a hard rock show or a heavy metal show in Germany, and it's like you haven't left the 80s. People they live it. So.
That's what my dad tells me. He loves touring Germany. He thinks it's very cool, but I would like to experience that. I mean, I know some of my favorite bands are from Germany. Scorpions, most notably, huge Scorpion fan. Yeah, I think that'd be really very cool experience.
Yeah, wait till they catch on.
Yeah.
Our top 4 reach is obviously the US, and then number 2, oddly enough, is Ireland, and 3 is the UK.
Oh my gosh, go Ireland!
And 4 is Canada. So
makes sense.
Occasionally we get Italy because of Katya's connection, but it fluctuates up and down. But those are our top 4. So
very cool. Yeah. Well, I think that's about what I was expecting. But yeah, definitely US mainly right now.
Okay.
I'd like to get it on a tour here pretty soon too, touring around the US, whether it's 2-week stand, a month, doesn't matter.
It's so massive. The US is so massive. To try to even just tour the US is huge.
Yeah, I mean we're hungry. We're definitely hungry, and we're ready for whatever opportunity we get. We'll be there.
That will be. And which city that you've experienced has the loudest crowd, either with you playing or with Everclear?
Man, loudest city? Yeah, that's a tough one. That's actually a really good one. California's got some loud fans. Seattle's pretty loud. Portland's pretty loud as well. West Coast, I mean, they know how to party. So
that's true.
Yeah, I would definitely say West Coast fans I've probably experienced the most with, and they're loud. They can get pretty rowdy. So
Yet when I go to concerts and people are sitting, I don't even know what to do. I was like, can I?
I find it ridiculous at rock shows that people put chairs out.
Me too. Me too. Like, yeah.
It's so weird.
I actually went to one the other week in England, in Manchester, and super excited. And a person who works there actually came up to us and said, you know what? This is a standing room place, so don't even worry about if people are sitting behind you. You can stand. Because I was like, that's exactly what I'll be doing. I will not be sitting.
Oh, yeah.
You know
I mean,
that's weird. So we're getting ready to go to Vegas, and we have some friends who are meeting us there. Like, it's a whole thing. But they're Dawkins is playing at the Nugget, and that's a sit-down venue. Sorry, I just threw my pen because I'm like, how can that be a? Okay, how can that be?
It might be one, but I don't know how people are gonna sit. I don't think people will.
I have the girl who's going, our friend Brenda, she's been on the show a few times. She was like, no, they get mad at you if you stand up. And I'm like, how on earth is that even a thing? Like, what even is that? I can't fathom. I was like, I don't want to go to a show if that's how it's going to be.
Well,
I don't.
Yeah, I'm not a very good sitter at shows. I'm not very good. I try to, but I'm not very good at that.
No, I get people won't listen to that rule. I can assure you.
I hope not. I hope not.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I think. Like growing up here, for the most part, like we never sat. That's why I was like, I don't understand why. What are all these seats for? Okay, so what is your favorite pre-show snack or backstage snack?
Well, I'm a very hydrated person, so I always have water.
Well, that's exciting.
Always have water. I know that a lot of people, it's definitely a thing that people don't like to eat right before play shows and stuff.
Fair enough.
I'm Italian, very much the opposite. If I am one bit hungry, I'm not the same person. So I like to have full meals, like not right before the show, but usually within an hour or so, just because I'm focused most when I'm not hungry. And Lex and the band know what I'm like when I'm not, or when I am hungry, and they don't like me very much.
So it's in the writer.
They're like, feed Preston. Must feed Preston.
Anything with protein, burgers, steak, anything. But, right before a show, anything like a little Kind bar or something, just something to, hold me over if I can't have a full meal. I know that, just like that. I know that.
So funny. I was like, it's been such a busy day. I was like, oh, I didn't eat yet. So I brought it down.
It's one of the best things. I mean, right before a show, it's just something like that. But I know that, if you interview anybody else in the band or Lex again, they'll tell you that they think of me as a garbage can who eats anything. So, anything.
But that's fun too. So when you travel with all the different cities, you can see like what regional foods that they have, like what fun things that they eat. That's like, I love doing that.
That's one of my first thoughts, always.
Me too. I was like, what's their special food? Okay, what is a collaboration that you'd like to have?
Ooh, that's a tough one. There's so many. I mean, I would love to do a band like Aerosmith or something would be super cool. But I know that you guys have had Steve Brown on the show, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Steve Brown.
Yeah. Okay.
I love.
We'll send him a note.
With
I actually have it circled already for a tour or whatever. I actually have Trickster. When you were talking, I actually circled it.
Yeah, Trickster's awesome. My mom's a huge fan of Trickster too. I mean,
that's awesome.
He's phenomenal, and I love what he did with Ace's last record before he passed.
Such a special
phenomenal
thing to have.
So I think that he could definitely be somebody that transforms, whether it's a song that I write or that Lex writes or something, into something very, very cool.
We have a moment of like, I don't know if you want to call it pride or anything, but it was like on that show, Steve works with Kobe, and we were like, oh my gosh, we have this other, I don't want to say kid because he's not a kid, but we just have this other kid you're gonna like. And he's like, oh, who's that? And he like goes and finds Lex right in our interview with Steve Brown. And so he goes and he finds him, and that's when he started following him. And he goes, oh, look at this. Your interview is the first thing that pops up. And so we were like, we felt so happy when we saw that picture with Lex and Steve. We're like, yes.
I remember that. That's so cool.
So that was awesome. We were like,
just those little things. I like it.
It makes
well, Amy,
we're gonna
have to find Steve soon too to go actually see him in person, see him live somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to do the same if he ever came up here again. I think I missed him the last time, unfortunately.
They were at Bossa Nova Ballroom in Portland in March.
Oh, wait. Which ballroom?
Bossa Nova Ballroom.
Bossa Nova. I feel like I've heard of that place. Yeah.
So that's Portland.
Yeah. Man, I would do it if he came down to Portland or something. I mean, it's close enough.
I'll let you know. I'll keep my eyes open and I'll let you know. I'll send you a message.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I love Steve.
That would be
He's
cool.
got great stuff.
So
are you're based out of Portland or in that general area?
I'm actually Roseburg, so I'm 3 hours south of Portland.
Okay.
Right on
cool.
I-5. So anytime you've driven to LA, you've come through.
But I've driven through Oregon quite a bit in my life, so definitely probably been in the area.
Yep.
Very
so, but it's not a very active town. But we no, in terms of concerts, it's not. But we do have this cute little venue. But so it would be something that if you were ever in the area, that I would look at booking for you, because it's smaller. It is a bar. I think it doesn't hold very many people. I don't think it holds.
Oh, it'd still be fun, and it gets us to the
fun.
shows. So that would be.
Yes, that's my point.
It's got a stage.
Got a stage, got some electricity. I think.
Yes, we're good.
Right.
We got it.
Well,
but yeah.
So Preston, thank you. We are going to find you. We're going to come see you. We'll be like, we won't be running after you, but we'll be cheering.
Awesome. Well, I'm
right?
We might run. We might never know. We might be.
I'm hopeful that you guys we can come out to a show of ours here pretty soon. Once a lot of our summer dates are booked.
We'll be looking for it. We'll be following you on. Oh, tell us how people can find you and follow you.
So anybody can find me at Preston French Music on Instagram, for Spotify and stuff. Lex Bauman, that's the name. And anywhere you listen to music, look up that name. That's where you'll find him. I've got a link tree in my
excellent.
In my Instagram. Take you to the links. Take you to the Instagram. Lex's social media, guitar lessons. I'm also a teacher up here. So if anybody's interested in taking guitar lessons, just go right there and see where to book them. And
that's awesome.
That's pretty much it.
That's wonderful.
Yay.
Thank you, Preston.
We're excited.
Thank you for excited with us. We're super excited for you. I told I'm like I said, I really get like a John and Richie vibe from you guys. I think you're gonna do great. I think Angie is just as cute as she can be, and Jackson back there. I feel like you guys have it together, and
it'll be great.
I can't wait to see where you're gonna go and what you're gonna do. So we'll be watching for sure.
Thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure.
Okay. You too. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Aim, that was fun. Yeah. Little hearts. I mean, all my different hearts.
Yep. Oh yeah, this one's what is it? This one.
Little hearts. Little hearts. Just little hearts. Little hearts in your hand. Oh, that was fun. They're so fun to know that. Great. Yeah.
He's so
I can't wait to hear more of what they put out and the music they have, and to watch them on social media too.
Oh my goodness. If you've seen Lex's social media recently, they got a new video coming out, a new song coming out. And if by chance it's out by this Wednesday, make sure you check the description, because we will have everything for Lex Bauman's band, which Preston is part of.
Which Preston's
linked in the description for you. But you guys, this was so great. Really hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you thought. Leave a comment, and don't forget, rock the life.
Life. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.